Last 1 minute, my dear friends. Gently release your hands. Place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. Slowly, gently, with a sense of gratitude to the meditation and to our Guruji, Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, and with a beautiful smile on your face, open your eyes. Good morning, friends. Once again, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. So, Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK organizing this Wisdom Sundays every Sunday with a different master, with a self realized, enlightened masters. And today also we have a special guest, Swati Ponnala. So I have known her from the sessions since last 2 years. In lockdown, I started listening to her wisdom sharing sessions. So since then, I've been following her. Swati Ponnala, she started her meditation in the year 2010, and she got a lot of benefits from practicing meditation. She has overcome all the physical and emotional challenges, and since then, she wanted to spread meditation, and she started spreading because she found the benefits and she got the benefits, and she wanted to share the same benefits to other people in the community. And she knows a lot of as I know, I was just checking with her. She can speak English, Telugu, Hindi, and Gujarati. So because she is multilinguistic, and she is, wherever possible, and she has done a lot of spreading, and in rural and urban areas of North India, and in Rajasthan, in UP, in Delhi, NCR region. So see the benefits, whatever we get, and we are like sharing all the masters, whoever you have seen so far. And she is such a wonderful master. She shared a lot of wisdom on teachings of Hanuman, and if you have seen the 1,000 seeds of joy, um, so different masters' wisdom. She started sharing, and she's helping all the pyramid masters to know this wisdom and to implement this wisdom. Thank you, Swati Ponnala. Warm welcome to you. And and thank you for your time today. Stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ravi Kiranji, and all the masters who are present. I hope I am audible to everyone.
Yes, it's loud and clear. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So, just wanted to check in, is it okay if I take the session for 40 minutes? Like how long?
Yes, yes, yes. You can. It can be. It can go beyond 40 minutes or so.
Like a 1 hour, is it okay?
1 hour is also okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you so much, Ravi Kiranji, for giving a very kind introduction. Yes, I am very lucky and fortunate child of my parents, and from my birth, I received a lot of love. Somehow, I always felt something missing in my life, and that something missing was replaced with the presence of meditation practice in my life. And then everything changed. So, in a nutshell, I realized meditation is such a powerful tool for all of us to empower our lives. Why not to um, teach and spread and inform everyone wherever I go? So it has been a beautiful journey. I have been practicing meditation for past almost 12 years now, and to all the people who are beginning their journey of meditation with Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK, I want to congratulate each one of you that you are walking on a beautiful journey of your self exploration and soul growth. And that is very much possible, easily possible with PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Movement, uh, Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, which is a very beautiful community of meditators. And I'm so glad to be present at this platform to share my wisdom. I really want to congratulate to all of you. Now, coming on to the wisdom. So, Patriji always says that, we should always practice three things. One is dhyana, which is meditation. Second, swadhyaya, a reading of right spiritual books. And third is sajjan sangatya, listening to the meditational experiences and wisdom of other meditators in their presence. So today is a beautiful Sajjan Sangatya on this occasion of Ramanavami. I'm so blessed to present this wisdom of Hanuman on this day. So I hope, my dear friends, you all are equally excited to receive this wisdom. I'm going to share this presentation at the end of the session. And if you don't have book, I will also share the soft copy of it as well. So, so this actually book is a very, very beautiful book. It it has so many powerful stories that opens the that opens your mind to new possibilities that you have never imagined. So when I read this book, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't digest, I couldn't process. When I started sharing to my friends in on phone conference, in meditation sessions, they were like, "You must share. This is amazing." So then at one point of time before COVID happened, I don't know why this thought came. The presentation that I am going to share, this presentation I prepared before COVID, like 2 months before the COVID. That strong thought came that Swati, now you have to put this wisdom in a proper format, and I never knew that this is going to change my own life. I realized all the teachings that Hanuman gave, actually, I was looking, and all the mistakes that Hanuman is hinting, that I was making all those mistakes. When I read the book, I could really understand why this wisdom wanted to come through me, because I was seeking this knowledge and I was struggling through all the things that Hanuman is explaining. So it's a very beautiful tale. Hanuman has become a good friend of ours in a modern era through books. So we are very, very fortunate to Lord Hanuman for giving us such a beautiful wisdom. And my dear friends, this book is a real story. I asked to Patriji also. So he said, like, it seems as a fictional book, but the stories are real. And it is mentioned that in 2014, Hanuman visited a community called Mahatang community in Sri Lanka. And so that community is being visited by Lord Hanuman in the interval of 51 years. So whenever he visits, he has a very good communication and conversation and talks with the community members. So all the communication and concepts that have been shared with this community, maybe some educated, knowledgeable people came to know about this community. They might have consulted them, and then they tried to bring this wisdom to mainstream people like us who are seeking spiritual knowledge of Hanuman, and that's how this book has happened. So this is just a little background of this book. Now, if we want to go through the book, there are only three main characters we need to simply remember. Yes, in the beginning of the book, there is a mention of a man in a country where he lost his wife and son, and he realizes some spiritual lessons, and he he's able to see Hanuman, and so that so I don't want to go more of it. Just I want to focus on three main characters. One is Baba. Baba is a guru of Mahatang community, who is a very maybe a senior leader, like around the age of 55 or 60. Uh, when we talk about another character, Urva is a very young person, and he is going to lead the community, the Mahatang community, near future. So all the Baba and other masters and even Hanuman tries to empower Urva with spiritual lessons, that then when he steps into leadership position, he should be able to guide the community in proper direction. That's why Urva keeps on getting challenges from different areas, and he's being tested on his concepts of different spiritual aspects. Now there is another lady called Urmi, who is going to be wife of Urva. So these are the three main characters in the part one book that we need to remember. Now let's go into one. There are totally 6 chapters, and each chapter has a very powerful lesson to offer. I'm going to share my presentation. If yeah, unable to do that. So, uh, so can you see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So these are the 6 chapters that we are going to look at today. Alternate Mother, Mermaid, describing the undescribable, Strings of Time, defeating the death, and Cursed Souls. Now let's go into the first chapter, Alternate Mothers. So what happens that in one situation in the starting of this chapter, we are able to see that there are two ladies called Sucheta and Ducheta. So these two women are actually mothers, and surprisingly, they feel that a child called Chitta is so both of them believe that Chitta is her child. So then it's a very confusing situation. Entire village says that how it is possible that one child has got two mothers. So it's a very paradoxical situation. So everyone suggests that both of you should visit Baba, and he might help you with this confusing situation and may offer some solution as well. So Baba also, once he listens to this problem, he says that I am confused. Even I haven't come across such a problem that one child is having two mothers. Both the mothers are fighting that this is my child. So this is a very new problem. I haven't seen. Let's go. This is very. Let us go to a very silent, peaceful place. Let's go on the top of the hill, and maybe we can sit and do something and discuss something peacefully. So when Baba and Chitta, Sucheta, Vicheta, all four of them just when they reaches on the top of the hill, um, Baba surprisingly finds that Lord Hanuman has returned after 51 years, and he was just there sitting. So Baba feels so happy, and he greets Hanumanji, and then he says that Hanumanji, you have come at a perfect time. I am unable to find the answer of this situation. Can you please help us to solve this situation? So Hanumanji laughs and says that, okay, why don't you ask this child Chitta? So Baba says that, oh, Chitta is just 2 3 years old child. How can he offer a how can he offer solution? Then then Hanuman says that, Baba, why are you looking at the body of the child? Look at the soul. So Baba gets confused. He also doesn't know what Hanuman was referring to. So then Hanumanji requests the Chitta to share his story, and ask the Chitta, tell Chitta, who is your mother? So then the 3 year old child actually starts giving the experiences and memories of his past life. So basically, what happens that Chitta in his past life was a monk, and he with a lot of intense sadhana and spiritual practice, he attains at a level of enlightenment where he has power to choose between different realities. If he wants to experience anything, he can, very easily choose a particular reality and enter into it. So but that fact, Chitta in his past life as a monk, he didn't know that, he has realized this power. So in one situation, he finds that a very poor family was living, and so he was so feeling pity, and he was thirsty, but because of the situation or poverty of that family, he forgets to ask water, and then he steps out, and then he is able to enter into another reality where he finds the same poor family. He finds that family to be very wealthy, prosperous, happy, healthy. So he actually gets confused. In the end, he dies without, fulfilling his thirst. And once he dies, he has good conversation with masters. Then master says that you have attained this ability to choose between different realities because of your sadhana. So the monk says, monk means the Chitta in his after death. He says that I am, confused. I don't want to choose any reality. This is all illusion. This is Maya. I just want to get enlightenment and come out of this, again taking birth on earth. I just want to get moksha out of all these situations. So then the masters replies to him that, you need to actually take birth on earth in extreme realities where you experience pain and pleasure both. And because of such hard experiences on earth, you will be able to come out of Maya easily. Without experiencing, you won't be able to realize and attain the moksha that you are seeking. That's why this maybe now you need to choose so the universe offers him 7 different realities that were very powerful for him to attain spiritual growth in the next life. So he says that I want to, a reality where I can experience moksha soon. So he chooses one reality where there is extreme confusion, paradoxical situation, both pain, pleasure, all opposing realities are there. So in that reality, because of that reality, maybe that monk is going to get enlightenment sooner. So as he chooses, he takes birth as Chitta. So the reality he has chosen, he is experiencing the same as Chitta having two mothers. So the paradoxical situation. So, because he has chosen a very paradoxical situation before birth as a monk to get enlightenment, he is experiencing this situation. So the child says it is no fault of his mother's. He explained who is his mother, and then because of my choice, this confusing situation has arisen in the community, and he explains very clearly. So that's how both the mothers get, they feel calm, and they understand the situation. And now, so in the first chapter of alternate mothers, what are we learning? We are learning that when we are coming on this earth, all of us are seeking a situation of our life which is going to help us evolve spiritually. So what happens when we come here? We start complaining about our situations, our parents, everything that is happening to us, just because we have forgotten that we have chosen this reality. So with this chapter, we through Chitta, we need to understand that the way Chitta, he was a monk in past life, and he wanted to get enlightenment faster, and this situation was very perfect to evolve himself spiritually faster. So that's how he was into that situation. So all of us need to understand that we have come up with a very unique soul plan and situations that we ourselves has made choice, and let's just face and enjoy all the situations we have chosen, and that's how we will evolve. Otherwise, if we are not present to our situations and appreciate what we have chosen, then maybe we have to come again and experience the same situation till we realize the lessons of that situation. So, in the first chapter, we are realizing that we are creating our own realities. We are the creators of our life. And so, just be aware of that lesson that we are creators of our life. Now, in the second chapter of Mermaid, the starting of the chapter is like, as I already informed, Urva, who is going to be the leader of Mahatang community. So Hanumanji and all astral masters wanted to teach him a very powerful lesson on emotions. So to explain that lesson, masters give him a very bad dream where, what happens. Urva sees in the dream that he was sitting on the bank of, not on the bank, actually, in the middle of a river on a stone. He was sitting, and he wanted to reach to the, actually, to the bank of the river where he can just go to his home. So he was actually stuck in the middle of a river on a stone. So suddenly he looks at a beautiful mermaid, and the mermaid actually approaches Urva in the dream, and she asks help that I also want to reach to the shore. Can you please help me? So Urva, seeing her beauty, extends his help, and he didn't. He was not very conscious that he has to pull her with strength and help her to go to that another place. So instead of helping her, he himself actually sink in water. So then this lady, the mermaid, gets angry that, I have, by with lot of effort and struggles, I managed to come on top of the river and approached you for a help. I had a opportunity to become woman again, or a human being again, if I was able to touch the land. But because of you, I lost this opportunity. I'm very angry on you. And by saying this, she just leaves that place, and she reminds him that now you have entered into a very bad place where, every time, every moment is a fear that you are going to die. Some bigger fish is going to kill you or eat you up. This is not a very good place. So initially he doesn't realizes what that girl, that mermaid was explaining. So later, when actually he starts living in the river, in the life as a fish, so just wanted to inform you that when he falls in the water, he himself becomes a merman. So half fish, half man. So then he also becomes part of the water world community. And at one point in time, he realizes that one bigger fish has eaten him. So with that fear, in the dream, he wakes up and just opens his eyes. And then he was so confused with that why did he see such a dream. And he approaches Baba, that Baba, I saw a dream where, I wanted to help that lady, and I also become mermaid, and then some very dangerous situation it was. Can you please help me? What is the lesson for me to learn from this dream? So then Baba says that, okay, I understand that now you are being taught very important lesson, because as a leader, you are going to face such situations every now and then. So seeing the when you explain the dream, I see that why did you even agree to help that mermaid. So Urva says, I just wanted to help her. So then he said that you had chance to say no to her, that, no, I can't help you. I just want to go to the place. I can't help you. I don't have that strength. You could have said that. Why didn't you say no to her? Then Urva starts thinking that how can I say no to her, no to a person who is in need of help. She was actually needing my help, and I wanted to help her. So then Baba explains to Urva that all the people in your life, actually, the people who are triggering emotions in you, maybe anger, or different kind of emotions. There are actually anger, fear, disgust, 9 emotions. So all the people who are triggering different emotions are actually, they are mermaids. So because so the definition of mermaid, let me just share very easily there. So the definition of mermaid is, Baba says, any soul you are attached to is a mermaid for you, because the mermaid actually starts slowly pulls you into the pond of bad karma. So in your life, if you find that any emotion that is triggering, inside of you is a form of attachment. So you are it means that if you are feeling expectations for someone, maybe it's a form of attachment between you and that person. If you are feeling fear for someone, it means that you are still attached to that soul, and that soul is playing a role of mermaid in your life. So there are 9 emotions Baba wanted to explain to Urva, that joy, sadness, anger, pity, fear, disgust, expectation, sunrise, trust. So anyone who is evoking such emotion, just treat them that, they are mermaids in your life. And if you are attached to these mermaids longer, they will slowly pull you into their bad karma, and you will, slowly and gradually start degrading from your spiritual path, and you will lose the essence. So then Urva actually understands that, okay. So then he asks that why even this lesson is important for me to learn. So he says that when you are leader, some people will approach you for solution. So you must understand that in particular situation, who is playing the role of mermaid. You must be able to spot mermaid in every situation and save yourself and save all the people in your community who are going to be impacted by that mermaid. So that level of awareness you must cultivate. That's why masters have given you this dream and wanted to teach you this lesson. So that's how Urva understands the lesson of attachment and how to save oneself from the mermaids. Now, in this lesson, chapter two, just to relating to our own lives, it is very difficult. Of course, if we apply this lesson to our life, it means that every one of us, everyone in our family is playing the role of mermaid. If we go to this definition, but actually it is truth. We come in a family where we are most attached to, and all the past life karmas that we have to balance, we are taking birth in that family. So it is very very important to understand that we are surrounded by the people whom we feel extremely emotional are the mermaids, and how to save ourselves. This is truth. Maybe that mermaid can be your mother, father, son, husband, brother, teacher, whoever it can be. We must acknowledge them, that if we are continuing the emotional connection, maybe that will not be good for us. So now the third lesson, third chapter, describing the undescribable. So as I informed you that the lady who is going to marry Urva is called Urmi. Her name is Urmi, and so Urmi has a very unique kind of disease. Suddenly, she gets stroke, or she gets attacked from somewhere, and she falls on the ground, and after some time she wakes up. So this disease she has been experiencing for quite long time, maybe since her childhood, but she is not aware the reason of this illness. So in a similar way, one fine day, Urmi with her friends, she was walking in jungle, and to get some material from jungle. So suddenly she gets the same attack, and she falls on the ground. Her friends, they already know that she experiences such pain usually. So they were trying to approach different people for help. Urmi, being very good soul, she gets the attention of angels of Hanuman. So the angels of Hanuman tries to help her, but they realizes that Urmi has been attacked by very negative energies, and their power is more. So they are unable to help Urmi despite they are being angels of Hanuman. So they both the angels goes back to Hanuman and informs him about the situation and of situation of Urmi. So immediately Hanuman goes back to Urmi and saves her. So Urmi then asks Hanuman that why when I am facing such a problem, health problem. So what is this problem? Can you please explain me? Can you please remove this illness from me so that I can become healthy? So Urmi asks such question to Hanuman. So Hanuman laughs and says that is it possible, Urmi, that can you cut your thumb and give it to someone else? You can't cut your thumb, right? So I can't remove your illness from your body. It is you who is going to help yourself. I can't do anything for you. I may guide you, I may tell you the reason, but I can't remove the illness from you. It is you who is going to help yourself. So then Urmi asks, "Oh, it seems that you know about my situation. Can you tell me why I am facing such a problem since my childhood?" So then Hanuman says that it is because of your past life karmas, you are facing such a disease. And so then she doesn't understand that, oh, because of my past life karmas, I am facing such health problem. So Hanuman for the first time start explaining that, Urmi, you just need to understand that you are not coming this here as Urmi for the first time. You have also taken birth in some different reality, in different character, and in that character in past you have done some karma and you had some unfulfilled desire. That's why you are taking birth here as Urmi, to fulfill your unfulfilled desire and to pay back your karma, your past life karma. So then she doesn't understand anything. So Hanuman says that just remember that you are nothing, you are shunya, you are a soul, you are not any character. If you remember this thing, that you are not this body, you are not this Urmi, you are not your past characters also. You are simply shunya, you are nothing. So if you are able to remember in every situation of your life that you are nothing, you are shunya, and you are not attached to anything in your life, then I will be in a situation to help you out. So then Urmi says that, Hanumanji, I will do everything whatever you say, but I want to come out of this health problem. I am just tired of this issue. Please help me how to come out of this health problem. So Hanuman says, fair enough, but you just need to remember that now I'm going to tell you the reason of your the reason of your present health problem. Just understand that it is because of your past life karma you are getting this disease, and it is you yourself going to come out of your health problem by healing yourself. I am just going to guide you, and in that guidance, the important guidance, the key point is, in the entire time whenever I am explaining anything, you just need to remember that you are nothing, you are not any character, you are not Urmi, you are not going to be any character that I am going to explain. You just need to remember yourself as shunya, nothing. So then she said, like, yes, I will try and I will remember myself as shunya, I'm nothing. So now, so in the third chapter of describing the undescribable, it simply means that Hanuman is trying to teach something which is very hard to explain and even describe. The reason of her health problem is her past life karma. So if we tell the same thing to anyone who, some, for example, if I'm getting COVID and somebody says because of your past life karma you are getting this, I wouldn't feel good. But this is a very spiritual truth, higher truth, that yes, because of our karmas we are getting all the illnesses and disease. So that's why maybe this chapter has been named as describing the undescribable. It is very hard to describe this reality, but Hanumanji has been successful in explaining the reason of her health problem. Now, in the next chapter, Strings of Time, Hanumanji actually takes Urmi into her past life. Now he is taking herself into her past life. So now Urmi is entering into her past life during the conversation with Hanuman, and Urmi sees herself as a village woman called Chandra. So what happens in Chandra's life? So now all of us need to remember that Urmi in her past life is a character, is a character, and the character name is Chandra, who is a village lady. So Chandra uh, is uh, is a married woman with one kid and her husband. So what happens is, in a house where Chandra is living, her son was playing on the terrace, and in a village where Chandra was living, there were lot of monkeys. So all the people in the village were very angry because the monkeys were creating troubles, they were eating food, they were uh, creating problems for the community in the village. So all the people in the community wanted to kill the monkeys. So the monkeys, in search of some help, they suddenly reached to the terrace of Chandra's home. Unfortunately, Chandra's son was playing on terrace, and when Chandra's son sees so many monkeys on terrace, he gets afraid. He gets afraid, and he falls from the terrace to the ground. So as soon as he hits the ground, he actually uh, he is just about to die. So when Chandra sees this, she starts crying that her son is no more now. And suddenly, what happens? All the villagers come to know about this fact that Chandra's son got hit. He fell from the terrace because of these monkeys. And again, with this thing, the anger has gone high, and they wanted to kill all the monkeys. So they entered the home of Chandra and wanted to go to terrace and kill the monkeys. So Chandra immediately stops all the villagers that please go out of my home. Just leave my home. I don't want anyone of you to go to the terrace and do anything to monkeys. Please go away. So she closes the door, and just she again sits near the body of her son and cries. Suddenly she remembers that the monkeys must be hungry. So she goes to the kitchen again, get some food for the monkeys, go to the terrace, put some food for monkeys, and again come back and starts crying to starts trying for her son. When she does this kind act, entire universe, her vibration of kindness, reaches to every divine master. They realizes suddenly there is a very different kind of vibration everyone feels. So Hanumanji was meditating, and suddenly he also gets this vibration of um, Chandra, and this vibration was created because of the kind act of her towards monkeys. So Hanumanji feels very strange that who has attained divinity. So the angels of Hanuman says, "Oh, she's just a normal lady. You don't even need to worry about her. She doesn't read Hanuman Chalisa. She's not your devotee at all. She's just a normal lady, Hanuman. Just ignore her. It's not a big deal. This is very usual, and every now and then one becomes, a divine person." So Hanumanji says, "No, no, no. There is something unique about her. Did you see that her son was on the bed of death, and she just thinks about my monkeys, and she gets food and offers food. This is very unusual. Not any ordinary human being thinks about animals and help them with the food. So I am very my heart, I'm very prasanna, I'm very pleased to see the kind act of her, and I want to help her in every possible way." So then angels of Hanuman says, "Oh, are you going to break the the law of karma? Are you going to break the laws of this earth? Are you going to give birth to the son? The son has already left the body. He's planning to enter into new body. So how are you going to help Chandra? She wants her son to be alive, and son has already died. How are you going to help Chandra?" So Hanumanji say he does in his own way some magic. He asks some monk immediately to go to Chandra's house. And as soon as the monk reaches Chandra's house, what he does, Hanuman Hanumanji looks at the soul level of Chandra. As per immortal talks, everyone on this earth has different soul units. So the soul which has highest unit of 14 is the highest evolved soul. So Chandra is a soul which has 13 units, so just one unit lesser. And for any human being to live, one needs to have 7 units actually. For a soul to live, 7 units are required. So Hanumanji actually wanted to give, basically, he wanted to give a gift of a live son to Chandra so that she becomes happy. She doesn't need to feel bad that he didn't want Chandra to feel sorry and bad because she has done something for the monkeys. So Hanumanji wanted to give a gift of a son to her. So Hanumanji knows that the original soul has left the body, but he wanted to create a different mechanism of soul. So he invites a monk who is very evolved. He has lot of soul units. So a monk might have many soul units. So an ordinary human being has highest soul units of 14. So Hanumanji, what he does, that he splits the soul of Chandra into two parts. So 7 soul units of Chandra, so C7 and C6. So originally it was Chandra means C, and she has 13 units, C13. Now Hanumanji splits the soul of Chandra into two parts, C7 and C6. So immediately Chandra's half soul unit are removed from her body, and Hanumanji enters into the sun. The sun becomes live. Now Chandra is left with only C6 units. She can't live with only 6 units because minimum soul units she will require are 7. So immediately Hanumanji splits the soul of monk. So from monk he gets 7 units. So M7. So from monk he borrows 7 units and puts that M7 units into Chandra. So what happens now? Chandra has a very divided personality. She has divided her soul, and now she has given that soul to her son, half soul to her son, not half soul, but half soul units to son, and 7 units she has borrowed from monk. So two different kind of soul units are there in her body. So that's how she actually becomes mentally retarded person as Chandra in her lifetime. And because of the two different soul units living in a same body, she suddenly gets attacked. She doesn't feel good sometimes. And the same thing is being carried into the next life of Urmi, because her original soul, C7 units, are with her son in the past life. Unless she receives the original C7 units from her son, she won't be, proper. She won't be healthy again. So now Urmi understands the reason why she is getting such an illness. So she understands that her original 7 soul units of C7 are with the son in her past life now. And then now Hanuman checks the son in the past life is living in a city, doing a job in a company. This Urmi is living in village. So physically, the meeting of this past life mother and son is not possible. So then Hanumanji arranges a meeting astrally. Then he exchanges the soul units. So M7 is removed from Urmi, and C7 is removed from the past life son, and now it is arranged back into the Urmi's body. So now she is complete as C13. So in this whole operations, Urmi feels that she is living a dream and she doesn't know anything. So now after this dream operation, Urmi, so Hanumanji says that now Urmi, your problem is gone. Now you will never have such a situation in your life. Now you will be healthy, and now you know the reason of your illness. You know the what was the karma, what was the situation where you occurred such a such a problem has arisen in your life. So with a past life memory and healing and with a learning of lesson, she comes out of this situation. So in the Strings of Time chapter, if you see how beautiful it is, Hanumanji goes out of his way and tries to reach to the person who is not usually a devotee, but still because of the service or seva or kind act for animals, Hanumanji feels so happy and pleased, and he wanted so compassionately wanted to help Urmi and not Urmi in past life to Chandra, and he tries to help Chandra in every possible way so that she is happy. Even her original son died. He tried to manage and create a different arrangement and gave given life to the dead body of dead son in a different way. So we just need to learn here a lesson that uh, we are human beings with lot of different past lives. There are many things that we need to understand. Maybe through meditation we will realize how we are connected to each other, what lessons we are learning, what are the reasons why why are we facing particular problems. So the reason for the problems may be in the past lives. So the one thing that really touched my heart was like, if we are in service, we are helping animals or our community around, the masters are always to help us because we are helping others. Masters are helping us in every single way. So just we need to be aware of this fact. The second last chapter, defeating the death. Again, what happens, Hanumanji was approached by Lord Yama. So Yama was laughing to Hanuman, laughing with Hanuman, and he says, oh, you just saved Urmi from her past life health problem, but now I'm going to see that she is going to die very very soon. How are you going to help her? uh, Unnecessarily you saved her life. Anyway, she is going to die in few seconds. So Hanumanji says, is it really? So yes, he says that she is going to die in few seconds. As soon as Urmi is going to walk under this tree, the tree trunk will fall on her head and she'll die. So Hanumanji understands the urgency of the situation. He goes to Urmi and says that, Urmi, now I am going to tell you very important lesson, and just you follow what I am going to say. You just detach yourself and forget yourself that you are Urmi, you are going to be the wife of Urva, or you are the daughter of this XYZ, or you are the sister. Remember, matlab, forget everything about yourself. Who are you? Just remember that you are Shunya. You are nothing. You are a light. You are a light merged in the Lord Rama. So Lord Rama is a bigger light and you are a smaller light, and just chant Rama Rama and see yourself as a small light in the bigger light of Ram. Just forget about your body, your character. So she says, okay, Hanumanji, I will do that. So she starts chanting Rama, 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 and then she forgets about her body and she detaches very successfully herself from her body, her character, and everything. She forgets everything about herself. As soon as Chandra forgets and detaches her body, immediately Hanuman, what he does, he removes the soul of Urmi from her body and puts her soul into Ram Narayan, an old man who is about to die, who was experiencing death and the pain of death in his body. So he puts the soul of Urmi into Ram Narayan's body, an old man, and he puts Ram Narayan's soul into Urmi's body. Why he does that? Because uh, Urmi, Urmi's soul needed to experience death. So he wanted to give a death experience to the soul of Urmi into the body of Ram Narayan. And Ram Narayan's soul wanted to experience joy, love, connection, friendship. So he puts the soul of Ram Narayan into the body of Urmi, who was always surrounded with a beautiful community, friends, and family. For a few seconds, he does this arrangement. And as Urmi was walking as she passes through the tree trunk doesn't fall on herself. So Yama gets horrified, like he gets so angry. He starts complaining that Hanuman, every time you know go out of the way and break the laws of earth, and you doesn't respect law of karma, and you do something. She needed to die, and I made all the plans, and now her soul is not in her body. It is just her body, but her soul is not there. That's why she didn't die. So that's what Hanumanji says, that yes, I wanted to tell you that her soul needed to experience the death, not her body. That is why I have shifted her soul to the body which was experiencing death. So she is actually experiencing death right now, as per your plan. But now she is not in her body. So then he understands, Yama understands, oh, okay, fine. So Hanumanji explained, I understand. As you already agree that her soul needs to go through this experience, I wanted to save her body because she has come on a mission to do lot of good work for her Mahatma community. If you harm her body, she won't be able to complete her task in this lifetime. I understand her soul needs to go through some experiences. That's what I understand, and I respect that, and I have done that, and she is experiencing that. So with this all arrangement, Yama says, okay, okay, I understand. Then he leaves. So this is how defeating the death. So you see, when we are in the state of shunya, nothingness, masters go out of their way and put our soul into different situations, which are very good for us to learn and experience. And our body is, protected. So because both Ram Narayan and Urmi were able to detach from their bodies, they could actually learn the lessons easily that Hanumanji wanted to give them. Now, in the last lesson of cursed souls, so as I remember in this last chapter, Urva and Urmi, they were getting married, and so the Baba who was actually performing the marriage ceremony for Urva and Urmi's marriage, so he informs everyone in the community that no one in the community should come in the early morning and disturb, because it is not good. Not everyone should be present. So despite telling this fact, when in the early morning Baba was doing all rituals with Urva and Urmi, the uncle of Urva starts coming near to the place where ritual was going on. So Baba gets angry, and he says, and he shouts at that man that just get out of this place. You are not required from here. So Urva gets surprised and he says that Baba, he is my uncle. Why are you not allowing him and attend this ceremony? Then Urva's Baba says, no, he is not your uncle. He is a cursed soul. He should not be part of this ceremony. So Urva gets surprised. He doesn't understand what is the concept of cursed soul. So Hanumanji, sorry, Baba says that, oh, you don't understand this thing. Let me show you. So Baba does some ritual, and suddenly, from the body of uncle, some negative black and red, some colorful energy comes out of the body of uncle, and Urva and Urvi, both of them sees that, but both of them are clueless. They are not understanding what is happening in front of their eyes. So after this marriage ceremony, all are sitting together. Even Hanumanji was also there. So Urva, with a lot of curiosity, asks, what happened in the morning. I didn't understand what Baba was saying about cursed souls, this that. I want to know the concept of cursed soul, Hanumanji. Can you please explain? So then Hanumanji actually says very in easy language, he explains that cursed souls are nothing but they are uh, they are actually, they live with human beings in the form of extreme positive and extreme negative emotions. So anyone, so cursed souls, so extreme positive emotions are like suras, and extreme negative emotions are called asuras. So both suras and asuras are like cursed souls. So what role do they play in our life? They actually, again create emotions in us, and they make us to attach more to the mermaids, and get us involved into negative karma. They distract us from our spiritual path, and they tries to disturb us in every small big situation in our life. So then again, he doesn't understand Urva, that I don't understand like how these people like suras and asuras, I don't understand. So then Hanumanji gives lot of explanation. I don't want to go in details of that. You may read in the book, and in this presentation also I have written some things. So basically, this suras and asuras actually tries to block our vision, our world view, the way we see our situation. In Hindi, it is said that yatha drishti tatha सृष्टि, जैसे आप देखते हैं वैसे ही आपकी सृष्टि होती है. तो this cursed souls, both negative and positive emotions, actually tries to block our drishti, our vision, how we look at our situation. So when our vision is blocked, we become limited, and our possibilities are limited, and we tries to live very, it is not a very expanded life. So that's why Hanumanji says that never ever attach yourself to any negative emotion or positive emotion for longer time. If you find yourself that you are complaining about your colleague or your friend or anyone in your family for longer time, immediately recognize that some negative emotion in yourself, that is asura, is playing the role in your own self, because that negative emotion is staying longer than required time, because you are not aware that is living inside of you. The moment you recognize, oh, I have been complaining since morning, maybe the asuras have entered my body. The moment you say that and recognize, oh, asuras are there around, the power of asuras will go away. They will understand that the person is aware about our presence, so they can't play their games anymore. Or sometimes you find yourself extremely positive about some people, then also they are, it is not good, because Hanumanji says suras and asuras both are partners in crime. First they try to evoke positive emotions in you. Once you are completely in control of positive emotions, then they will drag you into the negative emotions. So you just we need to become neutral. You either, you should not be attached to any positive or negative emotion to any time. So wherever you are finding yourself into any negative or positive emotion, you should be doing three things. First, beware. Second, refuse. Third, prayer. Beware means immediately you should figure out, oh, maybe sometimes you can find suras and asuras in others also. Maybe your boss is complaining about you every time, so you should think that, oh, maybe my boss is being impacted by asuras, that's why he's behaving like this. That's okay. Maybe your wife is complaining or your son is complaining, so you can be compassionate towards them, that they are also like other human beings. They are attacked by suras and asuras, so you can appreciate and see the higher truth of everyone of us life. So we can be impacted or others can be impacted, so just be aware that suras and asuras can be inside of you, or they can be outside of you in other people as well. So just be aware and recognize. The moment you become aware, your awareness has increased, the power of asuras and asuras over you goes away. They can't do anything to you. Second, you refuse. They try to block your vision and they try to show a reality which is very small. So refuse, always say no. No, I don't think this is the truth. You can refuse the thing that other people are trying to show you, and by questioning or refusing, you can expand your srishti or your drishti and your vision and see the truth. And third thing, a prayer, because they are inside of yourself. They sometimes we are attached to some emotions because of our some past memories, and we are unable to get rid of them. So ask help to God or Lord Hanuman, that please master, help me to come out of this both positive and negative emotion which is residing inside of me, and I'm offering you this as a prayer. I don't want this thing to be in my inside of me anymore. I don't want to get attached to this emotion anymore. So when we do such a prayer, masters help us to come out of this negative emotion and positive emotion both. So in the end, what Hanuman says that uh, all of us must come out of this positive and negative emotion and become masters of our life. Otherwise, if you don't attain enlightenment and moksha in this life, you will become sura and asura eventually in your later life. So you don't have endless time, you have limited time. So that's why practice spiritual, do meditation or do any spiritual practice, and master yourself. So in the end, if I want to summarize the key learnings that I have learned from this book is reality. So remembering ourselves that we are choosing situations as per our highest soul evolution. So we are choosing our reality, we are creating our realities. Shunya, whenever we try to remember that we are Shunya, of course, we have some desire, we have some karma, we have our character. Sometimes we are son, we are daughter, we are wife. So these all are characters I'm playing. But in reality, I am a soul, I am Shunya. So having that awareness that I am a soul, here on a journey, makes a lot of difference in our life. Emotions, always try to identify the emotions that are in us, and also identify mermaids in our life and try to save yourself and the people around you. The power of service, whenever we do selfless service, masters help us. And awareness of curse souls. Curse souls are nothing but both positive and negative emotions inside of us. So when we detach ourselves from positive and negative emotion and have awareness, the power of them over us is, it is very less. So when we do pyramid meditation, we all of us, this is all, story. But when we do breath meditation, so what is breath? Breath is nothing. So when we do breath meditation, the first thing we come to know ourselves is shunya. We are soul. So within a second, we are able to become shunya with when we are connected with our breath. So when we do breath meditation, all of this, things, easily we can implement all these learnings, because the magic is when we do meditation, we receive a lot of cosmic energy. Automatically our awareness goes up. We detach ourselves from the mermaids or emotions. We tries to see the reality from the soul perspective. We become more compassionate and kinder. And when we use pyramids with more three times energy, our awareness goes even more higher than usual. So from that, this I just want to thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Master. Such a wonderful narration, and the way you have narrated is, and in the end, connecting it to the meditation, we can achieve awareness and everything. It's so very beautifully you have explained this. Thank you so much, and I really loved, the essence of each chapter, the reality, and the shunya, and also the understanding the emotions so that they don't impact you and also your community, and also reasons for the current problem, is in this current life is because of the past life, and the important thing I learned, the point is, like, it's not about, whether you are a devotee of a such, a particular specific lord, or but the unconditional service which is more important to have that grace of the masters. And one other important point is, like, defeating the death in that chapter, like, soul needs to experience, not the body. That was very profound, to be honest. And suras and asuras, very nicely explained. And when we are aware of that, the power of suras and asuras will not impact us when we have this increased awareness. This reminds me of Annamacharya Kirtana, where asuras, if they are like a iron shackles, and suras is like a golden shackles. Both of them are like they are bonding us in the karmas. So very nicely explained. And the last point, the three steps prayer and all those things, very nicely explained. Thank you so much, very beautifully explained. And connecting that to pyramid meditation is like, it's a very, very beautifully you have done that. Thank you so much. And friends, if anyone has anything to share or any questions, because you have to have attention to listen to this, because even though I'm listening for the second time now, I mean, I understand more. For last time when I was listening to this during the lockdown or just before the lockdown, because it requires a lot of attention. Friends, if anyone has any questions or anything, you can unmute yourself and you can talk to Master Swati.
Namaste, Swati ji. Shri Lakshmi here.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you for such a beautiful session on such an auspicious day. And also it's Hanuman Jayanti next Saturday as well. So it's and Hanumanji is one of my favorite lords. So it's just, I mean, I just when I heard the topic, it was like, wow, what a auspicious occasion today. And thank you every chapter of it had a beautiful learning to teach us. And and we can connect to each one of those in our own practical lives, how we can apply it. So thank you for sharing that, Swatiji. Thank you so much. I
Thank
just
you.
have one question where you said about, the suras and the asuras, even the positive and the negative also don't carry it for too long. Um, just when I trying to apply that practically, um, it's how like the positive is what keeps me going, like, the excitement in life, the the thing to carry things forward and to, so if I don't keep that excitement or that happiness or that joy, I mean, how do I look forward to things? I mean, I know we need to stay balanced, but to take that practically.
See, it it is not that like we should not be happy and we should not be experiencing positive emotions. Sometimes it is shared in the context where we blindly go towards in some situations we blindly become so positive and make illogical decision making. So it is shared in that context. Yes, we should be very positive in our life and joyful and excited. This is should see, like for example, for no reason I'm feeling happy and excited. That's fine. But in a business meeting or in an important decision where some things are there and I'm emotionally attached to a person, and I'm not giving a proper review and feedback to that person just to save that person, so that positive emotion and attachment is not helping me to make a better decision. So I hope you are trying to, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. In general, that's okay. If I want to be joyful, that's fine. But when I am doing any important task or when I'm in a situation where I need to be neutral, but I'm not, and I'm going out of my way and becoming illogical, and tries to make a illogical decision because of my positive emotion, that is shared in that context. So I hope Sri Lakshmi, I'm making sense.
Sure, sure, Swatiji. Yeah, I mean, it's to have a balanced view when you're taking decisions, right?
Yeah.
It's not from either the positive side or the negative side. It's okay. Yeah, sure. It's yeah, I get the essence. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Srimani, for such a beautiful question. Like, in the name of positivity, we mask ourselves sometimes. I guess we don't bring out our emotions, to the surface. We just suppress them in the name of positivity. But yes, I think the awareness is the key. I guess, as in the last chapter, Swati ma'am explained. So thank you for such a beautiful question. Yes, friends. Anyone else has anything to share? Yeah, I see a lot of gratitude to you,
Yeah,
Master.
yeah.
Yeah, Sarojini Devi and
Sarojini ji,
Sudhir,
Shivaram, thank you.
Sweta Singh,
Sudhir
yeah,
ji,
Shal.
thank you. Shweta ji,
Yeah,
thank you. Shalom, thank you. Parimala ji, thank you. Rajshekar ji, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jyoti ji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anu. Thank you.
yes, friends. So beautiful. I mean, this is like a very wonderful thing that we are, having the wisdom of Hanuman on Ram Navami. It's a very beautiful thing. Anu, yes, please. If you want to talk, unmute yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for the great session. I wasn't really expecting these kind of a new learning. It's really because sometimes in spiritual books, most of the truth comes in the same way, but in a different manner. But the soul splitting part, the unit part, I have not read it. Even in the higher realities, though I know the soul gets splitted, but to this detail, I wasn't aware. And the second part about the asuras and devas, the asuras and suras. Um, the place that I hail from, we have a proverb. It says that you should be always balanced. You should not get attached to the extreme of positivity, extreme or negativity. Okay. I used to think, why do they say be neutral? It's such a it's okay to be, they say don't be pessimist, but it's okay, why are they saying don't be optimistic? But today, I don't know, it made sense, because if you see even the other masters, most of the masters always talk about same thing. They're saying that be neutral in any situation, don't get too attached with your emotions. And then, because probably it has this repercussion in so many different ways, and today the reasoning behind it, that there are so many different entities working with us all the time. As such, I thought the human life is difficult. We have karmas, we have so many things to take care of now. But it's really good to know that we should be on a watch out of, even, and be aware and focus on our breath, to be in the now and not really get too carried by the negativity or a positivity of an event or a person or a situation. So really thankful. This is something really a new concept, and would like to explore it further in maybe the other books that you bring forth, if ever. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anu.
Very true, very true. Yeah, it is completely new perspective, and the way you explained is very nice. The key things to take away from each chapter. Reading such a book also, I mean, we need to have that understanding, the higher understanding, which you could easily explain to us. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, I see some more, as always, hearing Aparna, and yeah, I think Meenu Goenka.
Thank you, Aparna ji.
Yes. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, friends, for such a beautiful day today to start with. Early in the morning, it is 8 now, yes, 7:50. So it's, we start meditation in the morning at 6 a.m. and then 6:30 we started with your session. Yeah, this master, can you please share the book name?
Yeah, it is Immortal Talks.
Immortal Talks. There are 2 volumes in this, right? Part 1 and part 2, right, ma'am?
Yeah. So this book has 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. What I have shared is in the part 1. There is other part 2 as well. Maybe sometime later we can do part 2 as well, in continuation of this book, same book chapters.
Very curious. I mean, what will be in part 2? Yeah. So now you have to take it another session, definitely.
Yeah. I've shared the presentation in the chat.
Yeah, wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much. And okay, friends, we had this wonderful day today with the teachings of Hanuman. And next week and the week after, we may not be having, because of the Easter holidays, the sessions, but maybe we'll resume from now on the 3rd week of Sunday. And thank you for your presence, listening, and also sharing, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. It's so wonderful. Yeah, so you'll have to come once again to share part 2. Thank you, friends. As always, please join our morning meditations and evening meditations, book reading clubs, or any other wisdom sharings other than this Sunday, which is regularly happening 6:30 a.m. UK time. And watch all the PMC channels. There's beautiful wisdom, and you would see Swati ji also sharing in Hindi, Gujarati, in English and Telugu also. So please do subscribe to all the channels, and also PMC UK channel. So just my day goes, most of the time goes into watching PMC channels. So thank you once again, and have a wonderful day, and happy Sri Ramanavami to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you.